Okay, so today I'm working on hacking in Gallente space for the new expansion. I need to hack 24 containers anywhere in Gallente space. Now I've done this 3 other times. One of them was a real pain in the butt, and the other 2 happened pretty quickly. So, it's a crapshoot just like any other adventure. I want to talk a little bit about these campaigns. I'm having a lot of fun doing these. So this is the hacking Gallente space. It's 41% complete for the world. Oh, new cosmic signature. Remember the rule: whenever you get a new cosmic signature, drop whatever you're doing and move to that one. I'm not doing any of this PvP stuff. Not until I've got infrastructure, enough materials built up, blueprints, all that stuff to supply myself with ships. Damn. Wish I understood what the sound was. Sounds like a centering sound. Okay, so hacking Gallente space. I'll get 600 LP positive Gallente standings boost and 1.4 million ESC. The LP is going to be nice, and the standings boost is especially going to be nice because I kind of crapped on my Gallente standings a little while ago. This video might be a little choppy because I'm not going to record the whole process of getting 24 cans. I have no idea how long it'll take. So in between scanning for stuff, I'll pause the video. You like my new clothes? Wish I had pants to match, or at least like regular white pants. Not a big fan of the pants selection. All right. How about that?
Warp drive active.
Need something either white or off-white. I mean, I guess blue's not really going to work either, but something better than what I got there. Whoops. show you my fit after I hack these, just in case somebody else drops in. I want to get them. One of 24. I kind of enjoy these. I enjoy the hacking minigame, and I enjoy the scanning. I really like it during Crimson Harvest. It's very challenging and fun, and you can get rich off of that. All right, off to a good start.
Warp drive
Gonna pause the
active.
video. Alright, got another one here. Level 1, so it's simple, so maybe 2 cans.
Warp drive active.
And here's my ship. The miner is for doing mining for the daily, the 2K. I usually just mine Veldspar, Launcher, Link Augmenter. This is fit for drones a little bit. The idea is to drop in and do easy hideaways, not these hideaways. Yeah, 2 cans. When I need 25, oops, wrong guy. When I need 25, I do have this range finding array, and then of course I've got both types of analyzers. Normally I would just carry one analyzer, a data analyzer, but this goal, I want to be able to do both. Let's try bull air.
Warp drive active.
Oh, these guys. This ship is built, this is my daily scanning ship. So I got the 2 gravity capacitors because I want to be able to knock out the, I shoot in a Trocaire, a starter system, and I just get my 5 scans immediately, most of the time. I didn't bother with that today because I knew I'd be doing these. Alright, it's a good sign when I'm the only one at local. A lot of times I just open this up to 8 and hopefully I'll get you know, some. Here's the three, and hopefully I get some information on all three. Look at that. So this comes in handy if I was searching for like level 4 data sites. Because this would tell me that it's not a level 4. This might be a combat or a wormhole. But it could be a relic site too. Oh, the reason it's okay, because that was very close to the center. That's why it was such a strong signal.
Warp drive active.
I'm only going to 2 because I've already scanned this once at 8. They've already moved. So the idea is that I should, yep, see? I should already have some information on it. Same with this guy. No sense of starting over. That's the advantage of starting off with a big sphere. Do enough of these and you kind of get a feel for it. It's not too bad. And then you always, while you're moving, you want to be scanning your next one. These are just good habits to get into for when it's really competitive at Halloween and Christmas.
Warp drive active.
Relic site, I'm good, okay. Man, not doing too bad right now. Another thing I wanted to point out, this inertial stabilizers, these really help because when you're using that MWD to get to that can fast, sometimes you overdo it and you'll bounce off the can, and this inertial stabilizer might mean the difference between bouncing off and losing your hack, or getting back and staying within the 5,000 meter range. And if you're really worried, then you might want to watch it before you really start your hack. Nothing found. But I still got credit for that, so that's okay. Now watch how, I'm going to leave this on, watch how I bounce off of this. So that inertial stabilizer helps turn me around and brings me back into it. If I didn't have that, then it's very likely that I would have bounced outside the 5-kilometer range. And if I had started a hack like you sometimes do, when it's very competitive, then you end up with a fail. Is next.
Warp drive active.
I also use this ship for level 1 security missions. These 4 Hornets can pretty much handle it. And for level 1 distribution, that 400 cubic meters is pretty good for most cases. I have had some of the distribution missions go like 450. Look at that, right next to each other. Right now it's 0247 on the 20th. That might have something to do with the fact that I'm actually finding sites. All the Europeans are asleep, and the Americans are going to sleep pretty soon. It's almost 11 o'clock here. I'm on Eastern Standard Time in America. Or actually it's Eastern Daylight Time right now. The other thing I want to be able to do once I have the infrastructure is I want to try sleeper sites, and I want to go into like wormholes and low sec. But I got to be able to, you know, replace the ships easily.
Warp drive active.
I've got an Imicus BPO, Relic and Data Analyzer BPOs. So I'm well on my way. The hard one is these guys. Because these require Morphite. Morphite's going to be really hard for me to get. I got lucky. I think it's a little disappointing sometimes because you're in such a hurry most of the time to get this stuff done that you really don't get to look at the graphics. The graphics are really cool. Oh, don't tell me. Look at all this stuff. I'm sure it's, just CGI models that they toss out there, but I think they do a good job. These are very interesting, especially with the headset on. Not the rest. Oh crap! Not the rest of the world. Fast? Nope. Not going into low sec. Alright, let's go back to Ardeen.
Warp drive active.
Well, might as well show you my scanning skills so you have an idea. And basically I'm showing this for new people so that you feel like you can still do this even with low skills. I don't think I've been in this one yet.
Warp drive active.
And then eventually I'll get all these, maxed out, and then it'll just be that much easier. My plan is to get these done by Halloween. I had not built this character around Halloween or Christmas. When was his birthday? 26, right? Yeah, February 26. You noticed all the 2s? 2026, 226 at 2026. That's kind of fun to do. I can also, I know this area pretty well, so I know where I'm going just like it was my backyard, because in EVE Online it is my backyard. So I'm going to go down through here next. Maybe I'll hit Brightbeer first. Huh, my map moved. Wish you could lock the map in place. Nothing. Try Brightbeer.
Warp drive active.
You'll also notice that I use a lot of okay, Rick's heart is in a buzzard. I'm going to add him as an orange, so I know he's not a bad guy, but he's competition. And then if he turns out to be an actual bad guy, then I'll change him to red. Now these guys are all spread out, so I'm just going to go for one. The advantage of that is if he comes into a system or I go into a system where he's at, then usually if I get into a system where I have competition, then I just ignore all the signatures that are there and I move on. Because I figure he's going to get them. He's already got the jump on me. Unless I'm feeling very competitive, in which case it can be fun to try to race him. I'll also put a little note, like you saw that I put down that he's flying a buzzard. I'll also put down other notes as if, for instance, if he's very good, like a fast scanner, if he's got sisters probes, stuff like that, I put those in there, and those help me decide on what I want to do when I see him in the system. If I have somebody who's a good scanner with sisters probes, then I just leave. He's going to beat me every time. I like to keep my character up here. I'm not doing it right now, but sometimes I'll two-box. And I have forgotten which character I'm on a number of times. So by putting his picture up there, I can immediately know who I'm playing. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Now the downside to that is if he comes into the zone, into the system while I'm hacking, my palms are going to get all sweaty, I'm going to get nervous, my heart starts racing. The competition adrenaline is real. Little bounce, not too bad, and I got the wrong thing in. Wow, someone's kicking my butt. Need that. Another thing, excuse me, another thing I've noticed is that some of these sites are on timers. For instance, the Crimson Harvest, all of those are on 30-minute timers. And some people know this. So you run into the same people in this system at the same time. I think the Winter Nexus are on timers too, but I'm not positive. But I know the
Drive
Crimson
active.
Harvest are 30-minute timer. So little stuff like that, pay attention while when you're doing your hacking, and look for patterns, and it will really help your competitiveness. What is this thing? It looks like a dirigible.
Warp drive active.
I know a lot of guys will tell you to, pick a system and scan at 4 AU because the can has got to be within 4 AU of an existing orbital body. But I find that I end up picking the wrong one unless it's super obvious. Alright, so this one, it looks like it's super obvious that it's this one. But it could be this one, it could still be this one. So I just go with 8 and get it done.
Warp drive active.
Only need 6 more.
Warp drive active.
Crawler should be the end of the line. Then I go up and I'll go north, or this direction. Bounce around through here. Unless I get lucky. I learned my lesson from before. This could be what I'm looking for. Because it was so close to the center. I got a strong signal. Or it could be a wormhole. Once again, since I already scanned these at 8, I'm going to scan them at 2. Most of the time it works. Sometimes I have to kick it back up to 4. But most of the time I'm good at 2. Especially if I get any kind of lines. I don't quite understand scan deviation. 8 seconds. I mean, I understand, I know what deviation is, but I can't quite wrap my mind around how it affects the scan. 0.106 AU. 3 wormholes, bummer. Alright, I'm going to pause the video till I find some more sites. Here's another nice trick. You can go to statistics and look for average pilots in space, and it can tell you how populated the areas are. So like up in here, 30, oh that's no Dixie. Alright, 30, 20 players here, 13 here, 3, 19, so maybe I don't want to fly around there. I think I'll go this way instead. A lot fewer pilots. In fact, I'll set that as my destination.
Warp drive active.
You can also do a little project discovery. All depends on basically, you know, how bored you are or how motivated you are to make some ISK. I like doing these because if I'm traveling, especially if I'm traveling long hauls, I like the distraction. But I also want it because I want to get the ship BPCs, even though it'll be a long time before I can build them. it's nice to have a goal, you know? That's a fun part of playing this, you know, partial Iron Man. Is that you get to experience a lot of the stuff that most people just take for granted. They just go to Cheetah or Dotixie or Otmar and buy a ship and go to the community fits and pick up a fit or get a Loru fit or something at the fit. Which is fine, you know, I'm not bashing that because they want to get out and do other things. But I kind of like industry. I like building things. Now I probably should have put that, centered that on here, or maybe halfway between. But we'll see how it works. Alright. Level 1, okay. Couple of cans.
Warp drive active.
Three cans, good. Another key part about the way I basically play the game, but especially hacking, is your key bindings are really important. If you've got your stuff bound and your fingers know where everything's at, makes it a lot quicker. You don't have to look down. And then after a while you build muscle memory. So you can see these things light up without me moving the mouse. Here's another trick that I don't know if everybody knows it or not, but when you go to loot something, whether it's a wreck or a can, all you have to do is press enter. And it will loot it. If you don't want to do that. But if you do, just press enter. I like to use the enter on the key, on the keypad, and hit it with my thumb.
Warp drive
Alright,
active.
down to 3 more to go. I love it. Wow, I'm almost back home. I have 2 jumps. What stuff do I have? Oh, not that bad. Nothing to really worry about.
Warp drive active.
I know a lot of people that like to have 16 combat probes, so it automatically loads, and I might do that eventually. But you know, then I have to build the probes. And I had a problem a while ago with my probes disappearing when I docked up for the night. I dock up for the night and then I come back the next day and the probes were gone. Luckily I had a video showing loading the probes and I got it back. This way, at least if I lose probes, I only lose 8, not 16. Oh, interesting. Huh. Did I screw that up?
Warp drive active.
You know what, since there's only one, I'm going to go ahead and warp there.
Warp drive active.
I think someone's been coming through here. See, to me, that's just so much easier than trying to figure out which of these that I would want to center a 4 AU sphere around. Just go 8, drop it down 2, rather than start at 4 and then maybe miss a scan. But that's with my skills. Somebody with better skills. Oh. What is this? Level 2? Good. Can still be a sleeper cache, as I found out. Oh, alright.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's hope for 3 cans. Sweet. That was my luck. Especially after saying sweet like that. Somebody's gonna land here and take 1 can. Which will be funny and I'll laugh at it, so that's okay. I've got a system. After I get the one, when I go to the other, I approach it, and then I click on the one that I just finished to unlock it up, and then I click on the one where I'm going to lock it up, because in the past I've had problems with getting confused which is which. Why I'm not able to hack the site that I'm on, and when in fact the site I'm on is not the one I'm hacking. If that makes any sense. Alright. I will claim my rewards now. I won't get anything. I mean, I get the 600 LP and one at a 1.4 million ISK, but I won't get credit for this until it's completed. So right now 41% are hacked, but on the bright side I've got, 100 days or so. I've got my 24, we're at 41.1%. I have one thing completed that's completely completed. And I've got a couple that my part is done, but not everybody else's. I'm going to be building these Pioneers pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to try this I might. I don't know. We'll see. But I want this skin. This skin looks really cool. I love that. So I might get it once they, if enough people come in through Gallente and get all those hacks done. But for now, I'm going to head home.
Warp drive active.
I would like to know, I can't quite remember where I can find what my score is. Maybe it's this. So this 175 is my achievement score.
Warp drive active.
Oh, look at that. I got the probe skin that I want for the Imicus. That's kind of funny. I'm not going to claim any of these until near the end because I want to see them all lined up. 73 of 100, cool.
Warp drive active.
Complete 50. I wonder why it only says 9 of 50. Oh, because it's sites. It's not cans. So this is, I bet you if you skip a can, it doesn't count for completion. I mean, I haven't skipped any cans because you get credit for the cans. 400 different Stargates, so I've been flying all over New Eden.
Warp drive active.
I got a ways to go for that. Not quite sure. I think that's Faction War. Yeah, Factional Headquarters. I'm going to do the Epic on the 24th once it's available to me again. Well, I'm going to do the Mining Epic.
Docking permission requested.
I like this Titan of Industry. Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, that's it. All the stuff is going to my fabrication character. Alright, good night.